Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well. Today we're going to talk about a very useful and important rule for solving triangles, and it is called the law of sines. And this is probably the most popular and the most widely used rule for triangles because it can be used for all types of triangles, not just the right triangles, which is what SOHCAHTOA can be used for. And it's a really simple rule, and it's convenient for things like the SAT, the ACT, and just any pre-calculus or trigonometry course you may be taking. So what it says is that the sine of A over A equals the sine of B divided by B, which equals the sine of C divided by C, where the capital A, B, and C are the angle measurements and the lowercase a, b, and c are the triangle side lengths. So remember that the sides are opposite to their respective angles. That's what I've drawn here. So here, for this problem, just remember that it's important to note that the capitals go with the angles and the lowercase goes with the side lengths. So now I'm saying if I have angle A right here, opposite of angle A is going to be side A. So that's important. And then that holds true for the other letters as well. So let's take a look at B. If I have angle B here, side B has to be straight across from it. Now let's look at the other way. If I know side C is right here, well, I know that the angle C has to be straight across, so that leaves that one right there. So the way you solve it is not too hard. It's exactly that rule that we have. Sine A over A equals sine B over B, which equals sine C over C. And let's see it in action. How can I use this to help me solve a triangle? So let's see. We have solve the following triangle. And here they give us a couple angles and one side length. And we need to think, well, how can I go about this? Well, I see I have one pair that I need. I have this angle and I have its pair. I have its side. So I'm going to set up that ratio first. I'm going to say sine of 95 divided by 2 equals, and again, I'm just going to write whatever I have because this is the only thing I'm given. I have to use that somehow. And I know it's an angle, so it has to be on the sine side of my next ratio. So I'll say sine of 30 divided by, well, I don't have anything here. But what if I make this a variable? Because it's the opposite side length, so I know that those two are paired, and I can actually solve for it because it'll be the only variable left, and I'll call it A. So side A. So I've set sine of 95 divided by its side length of 2, and I've set it equal to the sine of 30 divided by its side length of A. And now we just need to do some algebra to work this around and get A by itself. So what we do is we do cross multiplication. So we take these two, multiply them, and we set it equal to these two multiplied together. So I get 2 sine of 30. 2 sine of 30 equals sine of 95 times A. Then I divide by the sine of 95. So divide by sine of 95. And that's what I get for A. So A equals, let me just rewrite it here. A equals 2 sine of 30 divided by sine of 95. And now I'm going to figure out what that is. Let me get my calculator out right here. So 2 trig sine 30. All right, and then I'm dividing by the sine of 95. And my calculator spits out the number 1.0033838. Yeah. So I'll just say 1.0 because it's really close to 1. So A is approximately 1. All right. So now I see when it says solve the following triangle, it's important to know that that means solve the entire triangle. And so far we've just solved 2 of the sides and 2 of the angles. Well, quickly we can get this last angle by using one of the rules of triangles. They have to all add up to 180. So I can do 180 minus 95. That'll give me 85. And I can again subtract 30 more to give me 55. So that must be what the last side equals because all the sides have to add up to 180. So what I did is I did 180 equals 95 plus 30 plus x, and then I just solved for x, and I got 55 degrees. So I figure that side out, and then I can do the law of sines yet again to figure out the last, side that we'll call C that's opposite the 55-degree angle. So again, let's start with the same ratio that we had in the original. So we're going to say sine of 95 divided by 2 equals, but now we're going to say sine of 55, because that's the side that we're working with here, divided by C, and we're going to solve for C. And it's going to end up being a very similar equation. We're going to have C equals, well, we'll cross multiply, it'll be 2 sine 55 divided by sine of 95. Because I cross multiplied and got sine 95 times C equals 2 times sine of 55. Then I just divided both sides by sine of 95, and that's what I got. And let me plug this into my calculator and see what the answer is. 2 sine of 55 divided by, and you can plug this into yours and check my work. Make sure you're in degree mode, that's important here. I get 1.664. C equals 1.644, I should say. So I'll say 1.64. And now the entire triangle has been solved. And what I like to do, this is just something I do to check my work, is do the largest angles correspond with the largest sides. So my largest angle in this triangle is 95 degrees. Does that correspond with the largest side? Yes, it's 2. My second largest angle is 55 degrees. Does that correspond with my second largest side? Yes, 1.64. Then finally my smallest angle is 30 degrees, and that corresponds with my smallest side of 1. So that's it. The triangle is solved, and everything, it looks like it's done correctly. So that's how you use the law of sines, and I hope this was able to help. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching.